Live from the Grenadian capital, this is the GBN television news. GBN covering you from the Grenadine Island chain to Brooklyn, New York via the World Wide Web on www.gbn.gd. The news headlines comes to you compliments Nexa Credit Union, with you wherever your road leads.
From the Grenadian capital, this is Network News for Tuesday, February 25, 2025. In the headlines, fire destroys business place of man accused of killing 44-year-old Keyshawn Charles, also known as Kimani Mitchell. Coast Guard rescues 4 Trinidadians after boat sinks. CARICOM to treat some crimes as acts of terrorism. Grenada Tourism Authority to begin CEO search as Petro Roach's 4-year term nears end. Also in the news regionally, CARICOM's 25 by 2025 initiative extended to 2027. Internationally, U.S. breaks with European allies and sides with Russia in UN resolutions on Ukraine. Plus in the sports news, Grenfin defends national championship title, while Windward Islands in the hunt for back-to-back win in regional Super 50 action. Good evening, everybody. I'm Kenroy Baptiste. We are reporting the day's news.
The first segment of the news comes to you compliments Soft Weave Bathroom Tissue.
Have you heard about the new Soft Weave bathroom tissue with total hygiene? As hygiene and safety have taken center stage, our bathroom tissue is now manufactured with 3 different technologies to offer the best protection for you and your family. UVC light technology for a safe and effective disinfection process, eliminating 99.9% of microorganisms. Also, production at high temperatures, killing all types of germs and bacteria. And it's pH controlled with delicate fibers to prevent irritation for even sensitive skin. Soft Weave Total Hygiene Bathroom Tissue, available in supermarkets and shops island-wide. Visit Soft Weave Caribbean Facebook or Instagram pages for more information.
Now the details. Flames engulfed a wooden structure in Grand Anse just hours after a man was detained for a fatal stabbing in the same area. Rena Thomas is following the story.
In a twist of events following news reports of the fatal stabbing on Monday that claimed the life of 44-year-old Keyshawn Charles, also known as Kimani Mitchell of Grand Anse St. George, first responders were called back to the location to extinguish a blaze that completely destroyed a wooden structure housing a small business. GBN understands that police had detained a male individual for questioning in connection with Monday's fatal stabbing. Sources close to the incident revealed that the burnt structure belonged to the same individual. Officer Marlon Dossett, attached to the fire department, said officers responded to the call around 7 p.m.
About 19:37 hours, we got a call of the fire in the Silver Lane area. We immediately responded with fire appliance T911. On our arrival at the scene, we observed a wooden shop fully engulfed in flame. Well, as the norm, we conducted a quick assessment to ensure that the area is safe to walk. Observing that it was safe, we immediately started fire suppression operations.
Were there any occupants at the time?
There was no occupants in the house at the time of the fire. Right? But the contents, the shop and the contents was completely destroyed.
The officer stated that while the owner's nearby dwelling house was not engulfed by flames, the shop and its attached dining area were completely destroyed. He added that it took nearly an hour to fully extinguish the fire.
Our fire suppression operation lasted for about 40 minutes. Right, so 40 minutes we were able to fully put off the fire. The cause of the fire is the investigators are still in the process of conducting the investigation, so we don't have any report as to the cause of the fire so far.
Rena Thomas, GBN News.
Well, it was a very busy Monday night for firefighters as they've had to simultaneously battle two fires at different locations, Grandin St. George and Kenroy St. John. My colleague Christina John visited the Kenroy scene on Tuesday and spoke with the homeowner there.
It was a restless night for Jerry Thomas, a painter by profession, and his family, who are now without a home, as their three-bedroom wooden structure in Kenroy St. John was totally destroyed by fire Monday night. Thomas, who has been rescued by his adopted mother, told GBN he was not at home when the fire started and was alerted by people in the area who were alarmed by a fire on the hillside in the direction of his home. By the time he got there, not much could have been done to salvage anything.
I go up the road now to estimate a house for somebody, and then I come back down the road now and my son playing football in Guav, so I going to support him, you know. And I somebody bothered like fire on top of the hill, so when I go inside where I could see, I realized it's my house that on fire. By the time I run up here, I can't do nothing again. I was like shocked, you know what I mean? No, nobody in the house. I left about an hour and something, you know, before that happened. Yeah.
The homeowner said he was so confused. The cause of the blaze is yet to be determined. However, he said some are of the view that the fire started from a utility pole not far away.
Yeah, man, neighbors, me and I can't even do nothing for myself. It's just neighbors are helping, you know, throw water on the neighbor house because we can't do nothing with this house here again. So we had to try to protect this house down there. You understand? So everybody throw water and thing and try the thing, and there is it, and fire truck come and they do the rest of waiting on the house here. Yeah, well, I hear people saying that, you know, but if people see that and they see the fire, they could come out and say it, you know what I mean? But I never see that, you understand? I don't know how the fire starts, you know? I want to hear people saying that, you understand? Yeah, but they see the fire from the wire, and, you know, because I know I never left no fire light in here. Stove off, you know? Everything off. It's just too light to have on inside here, so I don't know what caused the fire, you understand?
Thanks to the efforts of people in the neighborhood, Thomas said they were able to save the house closest to him, which belongs to his fiance's aunt. Speaking to his in-law, still shaken by the ordeal, she gave a recollection of the event.
Inside, I can't tell you how I felt now because it was complicated. I don't know what the inside. I tell my brother go down and shop and get something for me. When he reached on the ground, he telling me, he called me and tell me, Sonia smelling smoke. So I said, no, I don't smell no smoke. Then when he go lower down, he said, Sonia, look, Samantha and pile house morning nobody. So myself run out here. When I run out, every time I run out here, the whole house, I tell you. And I did right there. I don't smell nothing. The whole house in flame already. I mean, the whole house in flame. All I do, I just have a gas tank there in the back. I pull it, I go outside. And I leave you for the rest. I pull my grandchildren. I reach down there and they take my pressure. I'm surprised my pressure so high. I tell you, I'm shaking. I can't even stand up. First, I'm frightened because that is the second fire I experienced so in my relative.
Thomas is the father of 3, 2 boys in secondary school and a 7-year-old daughter in primary school. He is thankful that they were not at home at the time of this unfortunate incident. His plea right now is for his children to be able to return to school as soon as possible. Any help that can be given in this regard will be appreciated.
I don't even know how to start now because I just concerned about my children going to school, you know. Yeah, and this kind of thing. I know how it's going to come, you know. He's a hard-working man, you know. I could think if I get help, I would take it, you know. But I will work hard to build back my place, you know. Yeah. Just my children, I want, you know, to get back this stuff and then to go back to school and thing, you know.
What?
And one is 17. And Gabriel is 13, and Sapphire is 6.
7.
7 years, grade 2.
Okay, and the bigger ones?
Well, my next son with Farm 1, he's going St. Rose, he's in Farm 1, and next one going Shipper in Farm 3.
Thomas can be reached on telephone number 534-8014. That number again, 534-8014. Christina John, GBN News.
I was moved when the young one said 7. He was in the background. Officers attached to the Grenada Coast Guard were captured on camera on Tuesday pulling a lifeless body from the sea near Petit Martinique. The victim is identified as Everson King of Redemption Shop, St. Vincent, who was residing on the sister isle for some time. He was reported missing on Tuesday morning. Divers located his body and he was pulled from the water by the Grenada Coast Guard just after 1 p.m. The Grenada Broadcasting Network continues to follow this development. The Grenada Coast Guard responded to a distress call regarding a vessel in trouble within Grenadian waters. Despite facing treacherous sea conditions, the team swiftly launched a search and rescue operation. Details in this report from the Community Relations Department of the RGPF.
On Friday, the 21st day of February 2025, officers attached to the Grenada Coast Guard successfully conducted a search and rescue operation after receiving reports of a vessel in distress.
This morning, our NCO, which is Corporal Graham, he alerted the men and departed for the distress call, which is approximately 7 miles away from base. That was moved to the north of the island, to the south of the island. It was a bit challenging this morning. I mean, the sea condition was not friendly at all.
When questioned by members of the Community Relations Department, Officer Charles stated that the crew comprised 4 male Trinidadian nationals, all of whom were safely accounted for and transported to the General Hospital for observation.
When we got there, we did not see the vessel. The vessel had already sunk. Unfortunately, the boat was hanging onto a life raft, and that life raft was also taken in water as well. So the time we got there was just right. The eldest person was 55 and the youngest was 35 years old. Okay. Yeah, he was full Trinidad nationals, actually. The captain complained of getting minor bruises and stuff on his back, and they dropped them to get medical attention. So the ambulance came at the Queen's Jetty and took them to just give them an evaluation as to see the condition of their body.
Officer Charles further elaborated on the possible cause of the incident, offering insights into the factors that may have contributed to it.
Well, speaking to the captain, apparently he said that the sea conditions had a lot to do with it. It was having a lot of trouble maneuvering. And due to the swells and thing banging on the boat, he said apparently that a hole probably might have got to the bottom of the vessel and it started to take in water, and the hole probably got worse, and the water was coming into the boat at a very fast pace. So, yeah, that's it.
The Coast Guard reminds the public of essential safety measures to follow when at sea.
Equipment on board is very important. For instance, your radios, stuff. We have the emergency line that you can contact at the Grenada Coast Guard, which is 399. We have the 911, which is the police headquarters emergency line. And, we just playing your part safe and ensure that you have enough life jackets for persons on board, and you have flares so that you can disperse, so that persons could be aware that, you're in distress and you need assistance. So I just want to say hats off to the Grenada Coast Guard. It was an excellent job. It wasn't just on our part, but the man on base was just finding information and just giving us the direction as to where to search, and it was just commendable.
That report there from the Community Relations Department of the RGPF. Other news, CARICOM will be seeking to treat some crimes as acts of terrorism. Prime Minister of Trinidad and Tobago, Dr. Keith Rowley, who has responsibility for energy and security in the CARICOM quasi-cabinet, said the region will be moving to bring further legislation to deal with the issue going forward. He said 80% of the killings are caused by firearms, and 90% of such firearms come from one particular source, making violent crime a public health issue.
We also expect that these acts, using the tools of trade of the criminals at large in our communities, from Bahamas to Suriname, St. Lucia to Trinidad and Tobago, that they be deemed to be acts of terrorism and allow us to view them not only by the executive, but by our judiciary, and allow us to fashion the appropriate legislation to deal with that.
Prime Minister Rowley said former Attorney General of Belize, Godfrey Smith, has been tasked to review the legislative templates and come up with new legislative proposals for changes to treat with what is being experienced. Meanwhile, Prime Minister of Jamaica, Andrew Holness, has called on all officials in the region to wage a war against gangs. He said his country sees gangs as a threat, and the ultimate case is the situation in Haiti.
But we also see gangs acting in ways and committing acts that can only be described as acts of terror. And therefore, I have called in Jamaica, and I'm making the call now at this CARICOM platform, that there needs to be a global war on gangs in the same way that there is a global war on terror. If the gangs are allowed free rein, they will challenge the effectiveness and undermine states, which we are seeing happening not just in the region in CARICOM, but in the wider Central and South American region.
Coming up in Network News, Grenada Tourism Authority to begin CEO search as Petro Roche's 4-year term nears end.
Attention Grenadians, get ready for an exciting weekend of empowerment and inspiration under the theme Accelerating a Transformed NDC. Delegates, party members and special invitees will partake in the NDC Convention 2025, Sunday, March 2nd at the Happy Hill Secondary School. After the convention, everyone is invited to our sensational rally at the Bushes U playing field starting at 4 p.m. Be inspired by our distinguished guests. Hear from Prime Minister Roosevelt Skerritt of Dominica, Prime Minister Philip J. Pierre of St. Lucia, and our very own political leader and Prime Minister Dickon Mitchell, and more. Organize your transportation and walk with your flags, bandanas, drums, shells, whistles, and head down to Bushes U to be part of the transformation.
Cause I believe in the truth, and I just wanna live good.
Take charge of your financial journey by switching to an Own Your Own loan at Ariza Credit Union. Ariza's Own Your Own loan is as unique as you are because we know one size fits all does not fit you. With Own Your Own loan, you get unmatched benefits including lower interest rates, flexible repayment options, discounted loan and legal fees, and savings from hardware suppliers. Tailor-made options that put you in control. Switch now and step into the life you were always meant to live with Ariza's Own Your Own loan. Ariza Credit Union. Your financial freedom, your future. Call us today at 440-1759 or visit our website at arizacu.com.
Mobility, a common theme woven into the very fabric of human history. From ancient wanderers to modern explorers, our instinct to move, to seek something greater, and to grow has always driven us forward. Imagine a journey into pathways of boundless opportunities and endless possibilities. A collective future where the vibrant rhythms of the Caribbean, rich culture, and welcoming community create unforgettable experiences. Beyond citizenship by investment, we believe in our collective investment of time, resources, and energy that fosters innovation, creates jobs, and enriches lives, driving the growth of an entire nation. The Investment Migration Agency Grenada boasts over a decade of exceptional service and remains committed to guiding you toward global mobility and economic freedom through investment. Your journey becomes our shared story of progress and prosperity. This is an invitation to be part of something greater, something enduring. Begin your journey at imagrenada.gd. I am a Grenada. Unlock the possibilities.
Grenada National Folk Group, in collaboration with the Ministry of Tourism, Creative Economy and Culture, proudly presents Iconic Moves and Melodies. Yes, man! Iconic Moves and Melodies. A heartfelt tribute to the legendary Miss Shirley Robinson. Mark your calendar. Saturday, March 1st, 2025 at the Grenada Trade Center, starting at 5 p.m. Immerse yourself in an evening of vibrant folk songs, classical songs, Negro spirituals, patriotic songs, captivating poetry, and mesmerizing dance performances as we honor Miss Shirley Robinson, a true pioneer of Grenada's cultural heritage. You'll also get the chance to have a meet and greet with Miss Shirley Robinson. Tickets are just $50 for adults and $25 for children. Iconic Moves and Melodies, a celebration you don't want to miss. Join us Saturday, March 1st at the Grenada Trade Center. Let's honor the legacy, celebrate the culture, and make it a night to remember.
Attention all track and field fans, the race is on and history is being made. On Saturday, March 1st, the Kirani James Athletic Stadium comes alive yet again for the Charlie George Classic. We honor a true stalwart of Grenadian athletics, Mr. Charles A.R. George, the longest serving president of the Grenada Athletics Association. Watch the best go head to head in sprints, distance races, field events, and thrilling relays with top clubs like 473 MVP, Ace, Fusion Athletics, Velocity Track Club, St. David's Track Blazers, and more. The excitement kicks off at 10 a.m., so be there early. Witness the speed, the strength, and the passion of Grenada's finest athletes. This is more than a meet. It's a legacy in motion. The Charlie George Classic, Saturday, March 1st. Be there.
Building or renovating your home or business? Why not use clean, renewable energy? Install solar panels to power your home and office and see your energy costs go down and your savings go up. Using renewable solar-powered energy protects our environment, reduces our carbon footprint, and slows the devastating impact of climate change. Republic Bank can help to finance construction and renovations that make use of renewable energy. Visit any Republic Bank branch and ask about renewable energy financing options today.
Republic Bank, we're the one for you.
Ladies and gentlemen, brace yourselves for the event of the year, March Madness Mega Bingo! Grenada, get ready, because on Sunday, March 2nd, Monroe's playing field comes alive from 5 p.m. Get ready for a night that will make you jump out of your seat, because you can win up to $100,000 in cash. Yeah, you heard right, $100,000 in cash. And that's not all. We're hosting 10 thrilling games with a prize of $5,000 each and 5 heart-pounding games with a whopping $10,000 each. Whoa! Act fast and secure your tickets now at $60 for one or $100 for two. Free buses will be available. Sunday, March 2nd, Megaforce presents the March Madness Mega Bingo. Right Choice Promotions, in association with Investment Migration Agency of Grenada, together with our Riser Credit Union, presents the inaugural Virgin Parish Relay Meet. This is the real Mini Olympics, Saturday, March 8th. Lassa Just playing field in St. David. Relay action featuring the top clubs and schools from across Grenada, competing for cash prizes and more. Come see the nation's best athletes as they prepare for Intercall and Carifta Games 2025. First call to action is at 2 o'clock in the afternoon, featuring live entertainment and excitement in the tug-of-war competition. Admission $10 adults, $5 children. Come to Virgin Parish, St. David on Saturday, March 8th for the Virgin Parish Relay Meet. Come share in the excitement and speed and see you there.
GBN leads, the others follow. This segment is brought to you by Republic Bank.
Building or renovating your home or business? Why not use clean, renewable energy? Install solar panels to power your home and office and see your energy costs go down and your savings go up. Using renewable solar-powered energy protects our environment, reduces our carbon footprint, and slows the devastating impact of climate change. Republic Bank can help to finance construction and renovations that make use of renewable energy. Visit any Republic Bank branch and ask about renewable energy financing options today.
Republic Bank, we're the one for you.
Hello again. Petra Roach led Grenada Tourism Authority through the COVID-19 pandemic recovery process with an emphasis on innovative and competitive marketing campaigns. Appointed in 2021, she's now ready to step down as CEO. More in this report from Rena Pett-Thomas.
Petra Roach, Chief Executive Officer of the Grenada Tourism Authority, has announced that she will not be renewing her contract for a 5th year, bringing her tenure to an end in June 2025. Sharing her decision with the GTA's management team and board of directors, Roach reflected on her journey since joining in 2021, a period marked by her leadership in steering Grenada's tourism sector through the challenges of the COVID-19 pandemic, stabilizing the industry and laying the groundwork for sustained growth. Her tenure saw Grenada's global profile rise with increased visitor arrivals, expanded airlift connectivity, and international accolades, cementing the island's status as a premier destination.
I remember when I arrived in Grenada in June of 2021, tasked with the responsibility of helping Grenada and the Grenada Tourism Authority to come out of COVID. And we remember at that time COVID was just an absolute nightmare, but we worked extremely diligently. We engaged with the stakeholders around Grenada, we engaged with our stakeholders overseas in the markets, and we managed to come out sustainably and successfully, so that in 2023 we were actually one of only 5 countries in the Caribbean who surpassed their 2019 numbers.
Her tenure saw Grenada's global profile rise with increased visitor arrivals, expanded airlift connectivity, and international accolades, cementing the island's status as a premier destination.
However, I've given early notice so that we can go through a proper process of finding a replacement CEO, so that there's not a lull and that the business of Grenada Tourism Authority will continue seamlessly. And I really hope that when we send out the ad that we get phenomenal applications and that we can have a new CEO who's even better than me.
In a recent interview, Roach stated that she will actively support the transition process, including assisting in the search for a new CEO to lead the GTA forward.
So I'm really, really humbled by the gift of having been afforded the opportunity to work with Grenada Tourism Authority. Again, I was expected to stay 1 term, 1 2-year contract, which then extended into 2, and now coming to the end of my contract in June of 2025, I've decided that I will not be renewing, that I will be seeking a new adventure on the other side of the industry, in the hotel industry, and whilst I'm looking forward to that, I am absolutely gutted that I will be leaving behind my Grenada family.
Expressing her gratitude for the opportunity to serve Grenada's tourism industry, she reaffirmed her commitment to ensuring a smooth handover. The Grenada Tourism Authority remains dedicated to building on the strong foundation established under Roach's leadership as it embarks on the process of selecting a successor to drive the country's tourism, growth, and sustainability. Rena Pett-Thomas, GBN News.
A call is being made for member states of the Caribbean Disaster Emergency Management Agency, SEDIMA, to honor their commitment to the organization. The appeal comes from Barbados' Minister for Home Affairs and Information, Wilfred Abrams. He said it is difficult to get CARICOM states to meet their financial commitments to SEDIMA. He added that they only recognize the importance of the organization when they need to use its services. He was addressing the opening of the After Action Review for Emergency Events for 2024 and consultation on building the Next Level Regional Mechanism Forum.
Following an event when SEDIMA had to step up to the plate and provide their services well, a leader of a CARICOM country made a promise that they would never fall behind in their payments to SEDIMA again. But that was because when they had reason to call upon SEDIMA stepped up and delivered, and they then understood what SEDIMA and the RRM were there for. It should not take you having to be impacted to do that. The reality, I'm going seriously off script, the reality is not if we can be affected, is when.
Meanwhile, SEDIMA's Executive Director, Elizabeth Riley, said recent geopolitical developments indicate that some previous financial and technical support arrangements through the United States partnerships are uncertain. She said the region has begun to identify mitigation measures to ensure operational continuity.
In true Caribbean spirit, we embrace the current geopolitical shift as an opportunity to accelerate our own ambition, which was articulated in the 2022 strategic plan, and we look forward to deliberations over the next 3 days on refining the definition of and identifying what is required to deliver the next level regional response mechanism.
This historic swearing-in ceremony of the first ever elected National Youth Parliamentarians of Grenada will be held at the Grenada Houses of Parliament building at Mount Welldale on Wednesday from 10 a.m. Here's what we can tell you. 14 young leaders were elected in the recently held national youth elections, earning an opportunity to represent the young people in their constituencies at the national level. During the ceremony, they will receive their assigned parliamentary portfolio, take their oath of office, and present their maiden speech as official national youth parliamentary representatives. Parliamentarians will each receive a $5,000 community support grant to implement impactful projects in their communities. The candidates were elected on December 5, 2024 through an online platform by over 1,000 registered voters. Now, an update from Grenada Electricity Services Limited. Grenlec's remaining rental generators have now been cleared for operation, strengthening the company's reserve generation capacity and positioning the company to better meet electricity demand following fire on Saturday, February 22, 2025. Grenlec says it appreciates its customers for their patience and understanding during this period and thanks its teams and industry partners for their dedication in resolving the situation. All right, the National Derelict Vehicle Removal Project continues to make significant progress in addressing the issue of abandoned and derelict vehicles across the country. To date, the initiative has removed approximately 10% of the 10,000 derelicts identified on the island. Nisha Paul reports.
The National Derelict Vehicle Removal Project, which was launched in 2022, aims to remove, process, and export these vehicles for recycling as part of the government's broader climate change and waste management strategy. An initial assessment conducted in collaboration with law enforcement identified approximately 10,000 abandoned vehicles at various locations, many of which pose public health and environmental environmental risk. The Grenada Solid Waste Management Authority, GSWMA, is working in collaboration with the Ministry of Mobilization, Implementation and Transformation, MIT, the Royal Grenada Police Force, RGPF, and the Environmental Health Department within the Ministry of Health and other institutions to implement the project. According to Myrna Julian, Communications Manager, GSWMA, since the launch, over 1,000 vehicles have been collected, processed, and exported for recycling, with the first successful shipment made in February last year. The derelict vehicles are processed and prepared for shipment before being exported to Cadwell Inc. in the United States, where they are recycled into materials such as metal strips and cubes for manufacturing purposes.
We did get feedback that first shipment was completely recycled, and so we are continuing along that line. At this stage, we are doing a review of the project, and we are hoping that with the new equipment that is available to the authority, we will be able to speed up the process. So we should see in the coming months a speeding up of that project.
Julian said one of the main challenges for the authority has been identifying adequate storage facilities for the vehicles before processing, particularly in the northern and western parts of the island, to minimize transportation costs and improve efficiency.
We have been able to store some of these derelicts at a site located opposite the Special Services Unit compound at Camp Salines, that area formerly known as Hotel California, as well as at Perseverance. There is an area opposite the landfill, which is in the vicinity of Halifax Bay, as well as the Telescope former dump site, and we are currently looking for other locations so that we can facilitate the collection and storage of the derelicts in the northern side of the island and the northwestern side of Grenada, because moving the derelicts from those areas to the south of the island and the eastern side of the island, it would cost quite some.
With ongoing collaboration between government agencies, law enforcement, and private sector partners, the National Vehicle Removal Project is expected to ramp up its efforts in the coming months, contributing to a cleaner environment and improved public health. Reporting for GBN News, Nisha Paul.
We're off to a break. Still to come from us. Government formally reconstitutes the Pesticides Control Board. We'll talk about that.
Level of convenience and comfort awaits you when you shop at Rise and Shine Supermarket and Hardware Supplies, Griffin Lane, Grenville. Convenient, because we are open Sunday to Sunday. We're even at your service on public holidays. Comfort, because we are easily accessible to the physically challenged. Free Wi-Fi is available while you shop, and bags come at no charge. Everyday low prices and excellent customer care. Adequate parking available. We supply everything you can possibly think of. Family and home supplies, fresh meat, vegetables, and personal care products. All brands of cooking gas at affordable prices. You can send in your order, have it pulled, or pick up express.
Grenada is indeed beautiful and worth exploring. We firmly believe that you should be allowed to do so. Why not explore Grenada with James Services Corp Off-Road Tours? Whether you decide to explore Grenada with your family, spouse, or large group of friends, we are ready to welcome you. Our tours are guaranteed to leave you with wonderful memories of Grenada if you are visiting, and excitement if you live here. Book a tour with us now by visiting our website www.jamessvcs.com. Call 1473-442-3769 or email info@jamessvcs.com. James Services Corp. Off-Road Tours.
I am Dennis James Williams, owner and director of James Services Corp. Looking forward to welcoming you to the beautiful island of Union to explore with James Services Corp. Off-Road Tours. See you soon.
Explore our beautiful island of Grenada from an angle that is unique and off-road, but equally fun. We are 100% family-friendly tours.
Nah, you see that? About 10, let them make a hard man. Me a 38, but you are 92. Yeah. You need number one run, man. That is it. No, what? Nice. Yeah. Number one. Yeah, me too.
Whether sipped neat, mixed into a classic cocktail, or savored on the rocks, our rum delivers a taste that captivates and satisfies. Choose greatness. Choose Classcoat, the number one rum. Produced by the Grenada Distillers Limited.
Served Grenada for decades. We are the #1 and largest electrical supplier.
Hi, welcome to Sunny Electrical. How may I help?
We offer electrical wire accessories, tools, and appliances for all residential, commercial, and industrial applications, which is what we are known for. And we expanded our products with new innovative ways to modernize your home. New homeowners will be captivated in our lighting showrooms.
Some more pendant lights here. These are very multifunctional because they can work for kitchens, living rooms, bedrooms.
We have a wide selection of lighting, ranging from indoor to outdoor and solar. We are also available for site visit services to assist you with selecting the perfect light for your forever home. We are located at Dusty Highway in Grand Anse, St. George. Sudden Electrical. Best value, expert advice, quality products. We hope to see you soon.
Are you looking for a reliable, affordable, and customer-friendly pharmacy? Look no further than Hills and Valley Pharmacy, the nation's leading healthcare products and services provider. We are committed to serving you at convenient locations. Find an extensive and affordable selection of prescription and over-the-counter drugs and medical supplies at Church Street, Hillsborough, Carriacou, Jubilee Street, Grenville, St. Andrew, near the bus terminal, and Halifax and Grenville Street, St. George. Our committed team is always available to offer valuable assistance for managing your health and wellness. Discover the additional benefits of our wholesale distribution on Halifax Street and our Medcare Center on Grenville Street, where we provide in-house physiotherapy, massage therapy, doctor consultations, and eye care services. Our commitment is to satisfy all your healthcare needs, including competitive prices, loyalty rewards, and special discounts for seniors. Contact us at 435-6904 and WhatsApp 535-4734. Choose Hills and Valley Pharmacy. Remember, your health is our business.
Get value you'll love only at Quartz. With huge savings on select mattresses, mobile phones, and TVs. You'll also love our new arrivals in furniture and appliances. Plus, when you shop, get a chance to win great prizes. So come in, shop today, and pay later with Quartz Ready Finance. Get value you'll love only at Quartz. Bringing value home. Offer ends February 24, 2025. See store for details.
This is GBN. We've got the means, the power, and the medium. This segment is brought to you by Flow.
Paying is faster and easier with Flow FastPay. Use your MasterCard or Visa and pay from anywhere. Log on to discoverflow.co/fastpay and press Consumer. Select your country and enter your account number. Enter the amount to be paid and an email address. Enter your credit card information. You'll receive a payment confirmation with the transaction details, along with a receipt to your email address. It's fast, safe, and easy. Flow, keeping you connected.
government has formally reconstituted the Pesticides Control Board as mandated by the Pest Control Act. Any company, entity or individual importing a pesticide into Grenada must first obtain permission from that board. Over the years, the work of the board was included in the duties of the Produce Chemist Laboratory because the board was not formally constituted for several years. Cabinet at its meeting on February 3, 2025, approved the Pesticides Control Board, which will go into effect as of March 1, 2025. We can tell you the appointment will be for a period of 2 years. The members include Francis Noel, Pest Management Officer, and Dr. Sean Charles, Chief Medical Officer. In the face of increasing challenges brought about by climate change, one initiative is sowing seeds of hope for local farmers. We have more in this report.
Farmers Value Mart Limited out of Trinidad and Tobago, a member of the Seed Trade Association and affiliate of the International Seed Federation, has partnered with local input supplier PJ&L Enterprise Limited and the Ministry of Agriculture to deliver climate-adaptive seeds to selected farmers across the 4 agricultural districts. The carefully chosen seeds, designed to withstand extreme weather conditions and pests and diseases, will undergo rigorous testing across the island, enabling experts to evaluate which varieties perform best under local conditions. This approach helps not only to identify the ideal seeds for Grenada's unique climate, but also to equip farmers with valuable data to optimize their harvest.
Now, one of the main things we focus on is climate adaptation. So I don't know if you all are experiencing this here, but it's a significant thing where you find in the morning you have different extremes in the weather than the afternoon, and crops are no longer adapted to that very well. The varieties that we currently have, that is. So some of the varieties we have, they are climate adapted and they have more tolerances to that extremities in the weather. Also, we look for varieties with strong tolerances to different pests and disease. So, like for instance, I've seen through the farms in Grenada, the tomato yellow leaf curl virus is a significant virus for you all where tomato is concerned. Now, we have one variety that is not only tolerant but resistant to that virus. So when you have these natural tolerances, what you will find is that there's a reduction in pesticide usage because the farmer doesn't need to apply as much pesticides. Once there's a reduction in usage, we have seen that when the pesticides are used or crop protection are used, they are more effective because you're not really killing the chemistry. We have seen overall improvement and increase in the health of the produce and generally more yields and higher quality for farmers.
That was representative of Farmers Value Mart Limited, Mark Bonio. By working with the Ministry of Agriculture, Farmers Value Mart and PJ&L Enterprise are actively contributing to an island-wide experiment that will provide insights into the seed's effectiveness and improve overall crop resilience. Shaloni Joseph of PJ&L Enterprise expressed his desire to be part of this initiative.
I'm very happy to be a part of this initiative. What the farmers go through on a daily basis, especially in climate change, and I'm happy to be able to provide that through the Ministry of Agriculture in collaboration to extend that service to the farmers and to collect database so we could provide a better sustainable agriculture system here on island. And I mean, just to enhance the farmer profit margin also. I mean, climate change has been a big thing, not only in Grenada, but all over the world now. So I'm very happy to be able to provide this kind of data collection and trial system, and in collaboration with the Ministry of Agriculture.
Participating farmers will have access to these high-quality seeds at a reduced cost, ensuring that the most vulnerable members of the farming community can benefit from the initiative. Godfrey Francis of Windsor Farms in St. David is one of the participating farmers.
It's exciting and great. It's my pleasure to be partnering with someone to do it. Because I had, I think a couple last month, a month before, the Chinese came with the same idea also. If it's a good quality seeds and good production, well, it's obvious that my profit margin will be bigger. And once the seeds are good, they'll show you have a customer. You have a good customer, because it's not something I'm doing part-time and seasonal. It's a year-round business.
As the testing continues, the data gathered from these trials will shape the future of farming in Grenada, helping farmers innovate and adapt to the rapidly changing climate. Christina John, GBN News.
Still to come from us, the sports news. Stay close.
When you need your prescription filled or you require non-prescribed medication, supplements, or all your personal needs, visit Gittins Healthcare at locations on Wall Street, Grand Anse, Victoria Street, Grenville, and Central Deputy Street, Wharf. Gittins Healthcare aims to provide an exceptional personalized pharmacy experience. Additionally, children under 5 and adults 55 years and over will enjoy 10% discount on purchases of $20 and over on prescription medication. Stop settling for less. Visit Gittins Healthcare, where your health is our priority.
Grenada is indeed beautiful and worth exploring. We firmly believe that you should be allowed to do so. Why not explore Grenada with James Services Corp Off-Road Tours? Whether you decide to explore Grenada with your family, spouse, or large group of friends, we are ready to welcome you. Our tours are guaranteed to leave you with wonderful memories of Grenada if you are visiting and excitement if you live here. Book a tour with us now by visiting our website www.jamessvcs.com. Call 1473-442-3769 or email info@jamessvcs.com. James Services Corp Off-Road Tours.
I am Dennis James Williams, owner and director of James Services Corp. Looking forward to welcoming you to the beautiful island of Union to explore with James Services Corp Off-Road Tours. See you soon.
Explore our beautiful island of Grenada from an angle that is unique and off-road, but equally fun. We are 100% family-friendly tours.
Sporting fans, good evening. The Windward Islands will be looking to come away with another mouth-watering victory when they play Barbados tomorrow morning in the 2025 CG United Insurance Super 50 Cup at the St. Paul Sports Complex in Basse-Terre, St. Kitts. A stunning 5-wicket haul from Afi Fletcher propelled Windward Islands Volcanoes women to a commanding 8-wicket victory over Leeward Islands Hurricanes women in their opening on Monday. Winning the toss and electing to field first, Windward's bowling attack made light work of the Leeward Islands batting lineup, dismissing them for just 93 in 28 overs. Fletcher led the charge with an exceptional spell, taking 5 for 15 in 7 overs. In response, the Windwards made easy work of their target, reaching 94 for 2 in just 13.5 overs. Glasgow stole the show with a solid 55 not out off 44 balls. Meanwhile, a call is being made for more cricket to be played locally. The call from second Vice President of Grenada Cricket Association, Raphael Crony, comes on the heels of the Under-19 tournament, which bowled off over the weekend.
Suit up made the West Indies team, both at the under-19 level and also at the senior level. And this is positive for Grenada. We are in a position now where we are trying to instill more and more persons to be involved in cricket. We have some good talent around. We have players like the Maurice who has just come on. They have represented also at the under-17 level. They have gone, and we believe that if we create the avenue to have them to play more and more cricket, we do believe that we're going to have some players coming forward. Because
I so agree. Grenfin, the winners of Grenada Amateur Swimming Association 2025 Parade Dasani National Swim Championship. They amassed 1,677 points. Talk about that. The 104 event championship took place over the weekend. The three-day event ended with solid base capturing second place on 870.5 points, while Sailfish earned the third place finish on 814.50 points. Here are the age group winners. Girls 8 and under. There was a tie between Sydney Joseph and Brianne de Roche. Boys 8 and under, Laith St. John. 9 to 10 boys, Mateo Thomas. 9 to 10 girls, Evie Twombarima. Girls 11 to 12, Angelina Jackson Bain. Boys 11 to 12, Ethan Shufuk. Girls 13 to 14, Kristen Gresham. Boys 13 to 14, Jacob Collymore. Girls 15 and over, Anika Otway. And boys 15 and over, Dejanel Williams. Still talking swimming, senior swim coach in the Ministry of Sports, Natalie Regis, has been taking a critical look at the development of the sport. The ministry has an active school program that teaches students at the primary and secondary levels to swim. It is dubbed Learn to Swim. Regis acknowledged some of the success realized in the sport, but raised concern regarding the numbers that move on to the competitive arena.
Right, so I would say not that many transitioning into competitive swimming, and I think that has to do with the confidence level, that a lot of kids, because they're learning and they feel, okay, I've only just learned, I'm scared to go into competition or so, but we encourage them and parents, because it has to be parent driven, because getting the children doing their activities regularly, it requires a lot of parental and guardian supervision. So we want them to embrace it, be confident in what they've learned, and continue building on it. It takes a few years, of course, to get them from learn to swim to a competitive swimmer. It's a process. It's an enjoyable process, but it does take a while. I would say to get a child from learning how to swim to competitive, you're looking at a minimum of about 2-3 years consistently attending practice. So that's generally what I find. Persons tend to shy away. We do have the few that continue and are really enjoying it, and they want to be competitive, and we give them all the support that they need to excel.
All right, so true, and thank you, Natalie Regis, for all that you do. That's the sports news for now. CARICOM's 25 by 2025 initiative to reduce the regional food import bill has now been extended to 2027. During the 48th CARICOM Heads of Government meeting, Prime Minister of St. Vincent and the Grenadines, Dr. Ralph Gonsalves, said the deadline set was an ambitious one. He said the region had some challenges, which included the COVID-19 pandemic and the disruption of the La Soufrière volcano in his homeland, as well as last year's Hurricane Beryl. However, he noted that there is a commitment from the Caribbean Development Bank to assist where possible.
Food production has been affected, fishing has been affected, so you have to deal with that as a practical matter. This is not something you just do by rote. Real flesh and blood people have to plant crops. You plant in your crops in St. Vincent. You plant back. You get production support. But the soil, the chemical composition of the soil because of the volcanic ash. For many crops, that ash affects them adversely. The president of the Caribbean Development Bank, Daniel Bess, speaking to the issue and the role of the CDB and being enthused about dealing with financing for the 25 by 25 project through all the chains, including physical infrastructure like roads and the like. Of course, the president says that they'd have to reform some of their own internal processes, and talking about the president of the CDB, in order to be able to disperse funds on a timely basis.
Further afield, the United States has twice sided with Russia in votes at the United Nations to mark the third anniversary of the Russian invasion of Ukraine, highlighting the Trump administration's change of stance on the war. First, the U.S. opposed a European drafted resolution which condemned Moscow's actions and supported Ukraine's territorial integrity, voting the same way as Russia and countries including North Korea and Belarus at the UN General Assembly in New York.
In northern Ukraine, new troops are still being trained, even as the war enters its fourth year. The cost has been huge, but this country appears to be holding on. It's done so through the effort of men like Evhen, who says Ukraine is making more of its own weapons and will continue to do so.
It's good to get help from abroad. Help won't last forever. It's here today, it might be gone tomorrow.
And that point has been brought home by the dramatic change in US policy. Once Ukraine's greatest ally, Donald Trump has started repeating Moscow lies about Kiev starting the war. And so yesterday's visit of French President Emmanuel Macron to the White House had extra significance.
Again, the relationship's been very special with France and very special with this gentleman on my right.
They've always got on well, but there were points of disagreement.
Europe is loaning the money to Ukraine. They get their money back.
No, in fact, to be frank, we paid 60% of the total effort, and it was through, like the US, loans, guarantee, grants, and we provided real money, to be clear.
And that was not the only crack in the transatlantic alliance.
We need to reconfirm that the aggression should be condemned and discredited, not rewarded.
In an extraordinary development at the UN, European countries and the US found themselves backing different resolutions on Ukraine, with America on the same side as Russia, Belarus, and North Korea. While in Kyiv, Ukraine's remaining allies took part in events to commemorate 3 years of war and talks aimed at ensuring the sacrifices they've made will not have been in vain. Joe Inwood, BBC News.
A reminder of the headlines in a while. A reminder of the headlines. Fire destroys business place of man accused of killing 44-year-old Keyshawn Charles, also known as Kimani Mitchell. Coast Guard rescues 4 Trinidadians after boat sinks. CARICOM to treat some crimes as acts of terrorism. Grenada Tourism Authority to begin CEO search as Petro Roach's 4-year term nears end. Also in the news, regionally, CARICOM's 25 by 2025 initiative extended to 2027. Internationally, U.S. breaks with European allies and sides with Russia in UN resolutions on Ukraine. Plus, in the sports news, Grenfin defends national championship title, while Windward Islands in the hunt for back-to-back win in regional Super 50 action. That's all from us in the newsroom. I'm Kenroy Baptiste. Thank you for choosing the broadcast. Take care. Good night.